All right, we might move on. Let's jump straight into all the latest news across the state in the Country Footy Roundup for Roundup Ultramax. The only thing that beats Roundup is Roundup Ultramax, now available at your local distributor.
Well, we couldn't go past this as the top story for this week. Of course, Aaron Purcell at Drillery hit the 200 goal mark on the weekend. Remarkable season he has had. Amazing. He needed 12 goals to get to the 200. Final round of the home and away season. I gave him no chance,
yes,
I'll be honest.
Did. Yeah.
Gave him no chance, written him off because they were playing third place Denny Rovers, who they'd lost to twice this season. He kicked 23.
What part of the 189 goals gave you no confidence that he could kick 12?
I just didn't think he could do it against Rovers. He kicked 6 and 7 against Rovers the 2 times they'd played them during the year, so I gave him no chance. He kicked 11 to half-time and the rest afterwards. But, he's made a joke of everyone this year. Got it to the 200. First person to do so in almost 20 years since Jason Nipsey did it at Karamat in 94.
Did he start his career as a ruckman?
He did. He's played all his career as a ruckman. This is his first season as a full forward.
Well, that's blown me away that a ruckman who notoriously not intelligent
tell you what that tells me,
possibly play full forward.
And everybody else out there, that the position of full forward is not that hard to play. That's what that tells me.
Mate, that's rubbish, mate. No. You need brains to play full forward. That's why I'm stunned that a bloke who's in the ruck
23
not
goals.
People at all. I like your celebrations, though.
Fairly good display from a man that you really questioned.
Nickname is Shooter.
Yeah.
Understandable.
All right, very good. What about in the North Gippsland Football League, Ros? News up that way too.
Certainly is. Now, Yarram, of course, we discussed this a couple of weeks ago. Yarram is trying to transfer to the North Gippsland League from the Alberton Footy League. Now, the North Gippsland League took a bit of a straw poll last week, an unofficial vote, and of their 10 clubs, it was split 5-5, which is not a great result for Yarram, of course. They need a 75% majority to switch leagues, but it depends on them getting released from the Alberton League first. So Yarram will still go through the process of applying to Alberton to leave. That will happen in the next week or so, and then they'll start talking to the North Gippsland clubs to see if they can sway their opinions. Now, the two real reasons that the North Gippy clubs were a bit worried about Yarram coming in was there is another Yarram-based club already in the North Gippsland League, that's Woodside, and they're worried about the impact it would have on the Woodside Footy Club, and also it would create a buy in that league, which not everyone loves. Now, the interesting thing about Woodside, or Yarram generally, is Yarram's only 1,000 people, maybe 1,500 at best. There's 3 footy clubs out of that region. Now, there's towns with 1,000 people that don't have any footy clubs. So the 3 of them are really struggling, and I guess in the next probably 5 years we're going to see one of them go under, I'd imagine.
What makes a club want to defect? Why does Yarram want to leave?
Well, I guess it's a few things. The junior system in the Alberton League isn't ideal, and also the Alberton League extends from basically Yarram, basically the corner of South Gippsland, all the way to Phillip Island. Now, those clubs at the Melbourne end of the Alberton League are getting a lot stronger, and will continue to do so as the population grows that close to Melbourne. So those teams at the eastern end of the Alberton League are going to struggle more and more in years to come. And also Yarram's business and schooling and stuff is all done with towns in the North Gippy League rather than along that South Gippsland Highway.
Country footy in this state is in a constant change of flux at the moment. This is something that we hear almost weekly, Ros. So good luck to that football club and that football league. Hope it works out for the better for everybody involved, especially in those smaller community towns. The Mallee Football League best and fairest has been decided. Yeah,
this is a pretty funny story. The winner was Trent Donnan. He's a 20-year-old midfielder from the Woomerang LaSalle's Footy Club. You can see him there with his parents. Now, when the count was done on Sunday, he was at his mum and dad's house kicking back. Didn't go.
Not invited, didn't care.
Didn't care. Didn't think he'd get anywhere close to it, so didn't go. Simple as that. He ruled himself out and went to mum and dad's place. Got a few phone calls in the afternoon that suggested he better get a wriggle on and get down there. And he did. 3 best on ground performances and polled 18 votes to win that award. Also was best on in the Mallee League's interleague win earlier in the year. He's had a cracking season, and well done to Trent.
Do you reckon he had a tux just lying away in the cupboard to match that Moulay?
Oh, Moulay is wonderful, isn't it? He's really worked on that hard, but I wouldn't think the Mallee Football League best and fairest would call for a tux. Actually.
Should win the BNF for the mullet, Trent. It's very good. It takes me back to my younger days. Hey, tribunal news up in Tallangatta.
Yeah, certainly. This is a long-running story. A game between Mida United and Thaguna played on July the 6th, so we're going back quite a while here. It was a very, very heated match. Interestingly, no reports were actually made after the game, but there was an investigation into the match after some video evidence was produced, and that tribunal happened on Tuesday night this week. Now, there was 7 players charged with 12 different offences. There was 5 players suspended, actually 4 players and a runner suspended in the end for a total of 15 games.
That's not funny.
Chris Nelson and Justin Nelson both play for Midi United. They're twin brothers, and they got 5 and 4 games respectively. They were the hardest hits, so they're season over for those two boys. The interesting thing is, Midi United and Thaguna play tomorrow in a qualifying final, so there will be a bit of heat in that one.
Nice one. I wouldn't mind betting that you might set your compass for that particular game.
Could be heading there, yeah.
All right, that's the news.